Welcome back to Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Katrina.
Boy, do we have a lot to talk about today. What do we have to talk about today?
That's a great question, actually, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a person that's good at planning things or managing my time.
Oh, me too.
And so, when we have to plan stuff out for what we say, which is smart, because if we didn't, then it'd just be an hour of awkward silence.
Which, kind of was what our practice episode was.
Yeah. Which we will probably never reveal to the public because it was cringy.
It was super, super cringy. Take the cringy home video you have of you, dancing that your parents recorded when you were 3. It's that cringy.
Yes. But since we have to plan stuff out for this, I always forget we have to plan stuff out. So when we have our favorite things and our favorite songs, I'm supposed, in my mind, I'm supposed to be thinking about that throughout the week and being oh, this is a good song I listened to this week. But instead, I do it, 2 minutes before we start recording.
Pretty much, yeah, same. Actually, see, I have the problem where I'm really good at saying I'm going to get stuff done, and then it's I end up just watching Netflix or Hulu all day, which is not as productive. Today, I was okay, before we record, I need to go to the bank before noon, because it closes at noon, because it's Saturday. I need to clean my room, I need to make a grocery list, and I need to do something. Eat, I think was the other thing. I went to the bank and then laid on my bed and watched Dance Academy.
Solid.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a morning person. So, if I plan things out during the day, I'm less likely, I don't plan things out during the day, that's the problem. But at night, when, I'm planning out my day for tomorrow, I have my whiteboard with all my, checklist stuff that I need to get done, but then in the morning, I have no motivation to do them.
Yeah, I've just stopped writing on my whiteboard entirely, because I have, a very, very large whiteboard. I don't know if I've shown you my whiteboard, but it's huge. And it sits on my floor, and I turn it vertical, so it's, really long, and I just sit and do math equations on it instead of using it for any to-do lists, which is great, except I only do my math homework, once a week. So, to clarify, I only have math homework once a week. I don't just, not do my homework.
You don't just ditch all your other homework.
Yeah, no, I'm a mature child, mature, responsible. None of the above are actually true, but we can pretend.
We can pretend, for sure.
For sure. I really do need to clean my room, though.
Yeah, I last minute had friends over last night because, my parents were having some people from our church over, and I was on a call with one of my friends because we were playing a game together, and my mom was like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, oh, it's my friend. She's like, you can invite him over, and I'm like, okay. So I invited 2 of my friends over, and then, they were coming in within, 5 minutes, so I had to clean my room,
Ooh, the speedy cleaning.
The speedy cleaning.
We've all
so
been
I
there.
basically just shoved everything in my closet.
Yeah, closet is a good place to hide things. I have a very large closet, so it can fit lots of things.
Yeah, but I have a very small closet, and the doors are, broken off of it. So, it's not a great place to hide things because people are like, wow, your closet is broken. And I'm like...
You know what you need to do?
Yep.
Get, a shower rod, the ones that hang up in the shower, and get a curtain, either, a cloth shower curtain or, a window curtain, and hang it up so you have, a drape in front of your door. Or in front of the doorway. And you get the shower rod because it's, a tension thing. Yeah, I've definitely broken a closet door or 2. 'Twas necessary. The shower rod, not the breaking of the door.
Yeah. And they're not, closable doors that have the latches on them. It's, sliding doors where you have to, pull them apart, which normally are really great, except when the wheels fall off the sliders at the top.
I'm telling you just need to get a drape.
I know.
I'll text you every day until you get a drape.
You'll be like, hey, did you get a drape? And I'm
But
like, get a drape? What?
Get a drape? Is that some new teenage reference? Speaking of teenage reference, should we go over the word of the week, which is the word of the day, because it's the same thing?
Yes, we should.
Okay, what is that word this week?
Our word this week is yeet. And we
Yeet?
definitely probably have talked about this word before, but last week after we were recording, yeet just became a prominent word in our vocabulary, so we decided that we'd talk about it.
I think we said yeet back and forth for about half an hour.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
It was glorious, actually.
How would you define the word yeet? So I think that's part of
I
the problem.
don't even know anymore.
All I'm thinking about is the, like, I yeet, you yeet, he, she, it, yeet. I would say yeet is... It's like an exclamation almost. So it's like, I'm gonna go do this, yeet. But then you can also just be like, yeah, and then I totally told him to go yeet that, and I was like, and it just... You can use it in any context, really.
Yeah, like, an example of how I have used yeet, like, instead of just an exclamation, there was this guy that was requesting to follow me on Instagram, and I asked my friends if I should allow him to follow me or if I should deny the request, and then they were like, just do it, and I was like, yeah, and if I get any creepy DMs, I'm just gonna yeet myself right out of that situation.
Yeah. So it's like, another situation where you can use yeet is like, see, I just use it a lot as an exclamation, where it's just like,
Me too.
alright, I've got all these things to do, yeah, yeet, I'll be back later.
Yes.
I think, you know, one of so the seniors are voting on one of two senior quotes right now. Mm-hmm. One of them is all philosophical and cute, and the other is, in this world, you either yeet or get yeeted. And I'm like...
Exactly.
I kind of hate our senior class for that. But
Yeah.
also, that's definitely a very prominent thing right now, so I guess it kind of makes sense that it would be one up for their senior quote, and honestly, I think it'll win.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other one is boring and lame.
Yeah. And, I have another teenage phrase that I am very confused about.
Hit me. Please don't actually.
I won't.
Okay, that's good.
But this phrase is, let's get this bread. Have you heard this?
I've heard it from a few people, and I see it everywhere on Twitter. I don't get it.
Me either. Like, yesterday we were doing a debate in English class, yesterday being Friday. But we were doing a debate in English, and a bunch of the stereotypical white boys were like, alright, let's do this, let's get this bread. And I'm like, what?
So, what I think it means is, let's go do the thing, right? But what it makes me think of every time is, the French Revolution and the bread revolts. Which, I don't know if you've learned about that. I learned about it in European history last year. But, like, the French were revolting because the bread was expensive. And so I can't hear, let's get this bread, without thinking of just, like, these French people with pitchforks on their way to the bakery to go get some bread.
Solid. I don't think I've learned about that, but that is definitely a mood, because, let me tell you, I love me some bread.
Bread is quality. Quality carbohydrates.
Like, everybody's like, oh, carbs are bad, carbs make you fat, bread makes you fat, and I'm like...
But have you tasted it?
Have you tasted bread? Bread is, like, actually really good.
Yeah, bread is amazing. Also, it's healthy to have carbs. You shouldn't deprive yourself of carbs. Carbs are good. With that being said, I really want some bread now.
Me too. Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread. Let's go French Revolution. Peasants rioting because we want some bread.
Heck yeah.
Let's change the etymology. Is it etymology or etymology? I still don't know.
I do not hear a difference in the two words you just said. So.
Etymology or entomology? One of them is the bugs, and the other one is the history of words. And I know we've had this discussion before. I know I looked it up, and I know I forgot. So let me just go over to my good friend Google. Entomology. No, not enterprise near me.
Let me tell you. Everybody needs to have a friend out there that has your back, like, those Google sign-in emails.
Yes.
Because literally every single time I sign into a Chromebook at school, my phone buzzes and is like, "Did you just sign in?" And I'm like,
I did actually. See, the funny thing is, I have the Google Pixel 2 phone. So anytime I, log into a Google account, I have to then open my phone as, a second verification. And it's like, did you just try and sign in? We need you to double check this. Also, it's entomology is the bugs. Etymology is the words. Anyway.
Alright.
Yeah, I definitely think everyone needs a person in their life that can back them up like the good old Google verification.
Exactly. Alright, speaking of, us being passionate about bread and carbs and the glorious thing that is...
Pasta.
Food.
Yes.
Yes, and pasta. But, we have a Buzzfeed quiz this week that has to do with carbs and bread and... Yes.
Are you telling me it's time for our favorite segment on this show? Let's take a Buzzfeed quiz?
Heck yeah, it is.
Heck yeah! We're gonna take, what kind of cracker are you most like?
Let me tell you, I was searching for BuzzFeed quizzes for this episode, and I definitely fell into the BuzzFeed hole, and I actually got excited when there was one that had too many pictures, because that meant I could take one before we started the episode.
That's a mood. Alright, do you want to start reading the question?
Sure. The first question is, choose a random number. 8, 21, 1,000, 2, 45, or 77.
What do these relate to?
I have no clue.
Well, I really like the number 9, so I'm going to pick 45, because 4 and 5 add up to 9, which is how you know it is divisible by 9. Fun fact, all numbers divisible by 9, their numbers add up to 9. That's a fun math fact for you. What'd you pick?
I picked 8 because I really like even numbers because it makes my life easier in math class.
Fair enough. Choose a food that starts with A. Almonds, apple pie, animal crackers, angel food cake, avocado, or applesauce. Ooh. The 7-year-old in me can't decide if I want applesauce or animal crackers.
I'm stuck between animal crackers and angel food cake.
Good choice, good choice. I'm gonna pick applesauce. Just because, I'm thinking about homemade applesauce right now and it sounds really good.
Oh, my family has been making homemade applesauce since it's fall, and let me tell you, it's a blessing.
Can you send me some?
No, I think you're gonna have to come get some.
Aww.
Okay, I picked animal crackers. I gave in to my 5-year-old self.
Good. I'm glad.
Alright, this next question is, choose a food that starts with B. Burrito, butter, bacon, brownies, bread, or berries.
What is this alphabet thing, and why are these the most random? Oy. I want some berries. That sounds good.
I'm stuck between bread and brownies. Do I want excessive carbs or do I want excessive sugar?
What does your heart tell you want?
Now I'm just hungry. I'm gonna do brownies because I've already clarified how much I love bread on here, so...
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? You just, like, fell completely backward.
I know, I just saw the next question, and I'm struggling already.
You're overwhelmed. Alright,
Yes.
The next question is, choose a food that starts with C. Crackers, chocolate, corn, chicken, cheese, cookies. Why would you choose crackers? That's the lamest thing you could pick on a quiz about crackers. Obviously, I'm picking cheese. Like, cheese is amazing.
I think I'm gonna pick cookies because cookies can have chocolate in them, and I was between cookies and chocolate. So it's
Fair.
like a win-win. Alright, the next question is choose a music genre. Rap, rock, pop, country, EDM, or classical.
Country. I like country music, and like, listen, I don't need hate from this, but my car is always on country. Like the station in my car, always on country. What'd you pick?
Solid. I chose pop because I honestly don't know what defines pop music, but when I play The Sims 4, which is very often, I always have my Sims listen to the pop radio station because let me tell you, those songs are actual bops. Like it's actual songs, but the artists are singing in Simlish, and it's beautiful.
Are they as much as a bop as the Skype call music?
Not there, but almost.
Okay, I can deal with that. The next question is, choose an animal that you relate to. Sloth, panther, flamingo, manatee, hyena, and turtle. I didn't even finish reading the question before I clicked sloth.
Me too. Sloth relates to to my favorite thing this week, but we'll get to that after this quiz.
Yes.
Choose a sport. Football, soccer, baseball, volleyball, basketball, or I don't like sports. I think you already know what I chose.
Same. I know my video has been frozen this entire time, so you couldn't see the face I made when you read choose a sport, but it was very much the face of, who do you think I am?
Exactly.
The next question is, choose a hobby to take up. Don't worry, sports is not an option. Gardening, photography, dancing, painting, cooking, or hiking. So, this is take up, so it can't be something I already do.
See, I'm not very good at any of these things. Cooking? Fun fact, one time I put on my Snapchat story that, I didn't know how to boil water because I was home alone with my brother and we were supposed to make macaroni and cheese, and he put me in charge of making sure the water was boiling. And fun fact, I didn't know what boiling water looked like until like 2 months ago.
You're joking, right?
No.
Okay. That's fair. So I picked hiking because, like, I really like hiking when I can get out and do it, but I only get to go hike, like, once a year.
I picked cooking because I really want to learn how to cook, but, like, as previously demonstrated, I am not very good at it, so...
Fair. I mean, come down to my Midwestern state and I'll teach you how to cook.
Sweet.
Do you have your result?
Yes, I do, and I'm very, very proud of what I got.
What'd you get?
I got goldfish crackers, and let me tell you, I have that for lunch, like, every freaking single day, and goldfish crackers are the OG. What did you get, Rachel?
I got a saltine cracker, which is the lamest of all crackers. Like,
I like saltines.
yeah, but I want to know what all my options were. I think that should be a thing BuzzFeed does, is after you take a quiz, you should see your result, and then you should be able to see all the other results as well.
Yeah. We can always view the comments and see what people got.
But that's a lot of work, and I'm lazy.
Oh no. One of them was frosted animal crackers.
Fun fact, I don't know if I've told you this, I used to go on airplanes a lot when I was younger, but it would really scare me, so my mom every time would buy me frosted animal crackers, and the first time I flew alone when I was like, I think 10, and it was a small airport to a small airport, it wasn't anything big, I think my flight was an hour, but my mom got me those, and now every time I go on a plane, like, even to this day, I'll get, like, one of the smaller packs of them. But she used to get me the giant bags of them. It was the best.
That's great. Your mom's amazing.
Yeah, she came into my room the other night as I was, like, about to go to bed. She was like, I haven't seen you in a while. We've been just so busy lately. And I was like, yep, well, I'm gonna go to bed. And she was like, nope, we're gonna play a card game. And so we sat and played trash on my floors for, like, a solid 30 minutes. I was really tired the next morning, but it was fun. I forgot how to play trash.
You mean besides my life? Anyways. What's your favorite thing this week, Rachel?
My favorite thing this week is, well, you see, I really like my mom, right? I've decided I actually am my mom, because I'm apparently just, like, a middle-aged woman. My favorite thing this week is meal prepping.
Solid.
Yeah, because it's nice to just be able to come home and, like, have your dinner ready and not have to worry about, like, when other people are getting home or any of that. You can just, like, pop it in the microwave and be done.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is sleep.
That's a mood.
Because, let me tell you, because of things that will remain nameless but are school and anxiety, I often don't get a lot of sleep because of homework and anxiety. And so, when I do get a good night's sleep, it is a rarity and it is a beautiful thing.
Nice. Sleep is really great. I've been, like, forcing myself to just stop whatever I'm doing at 9:30 and go to bed, and then I wake up in the morning and work on everything. And I wouldn't say I'm more productive, because, again, I'm really bad at, like, following my lists once I make them. But I feel better. So I guess that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I try and do that, and then I don't wake up early enough, so I end up having to do all of my homework during lunch or homeroom.
I run into that problem occasionally, yeah.
That's me every single day of the week, so, yeah.
Mood. While we're on while we are on the topic of favorite things, what is your favorite song this week, Katrina?
My favorite song is Everything at Once by Lenka, I think it's pronounced. It's a good song.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
I think it was on, I think I was at my grandma's house one time, and it was a commercial that was before a Disney movie that she put in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is actually a really good song. And so I put it on my playlist, and then I kind of forgot about it until I had to pick a favorite song, and I was like, you know what, that's a good song.
Nice.
What's your favorite song this week, Rachel?
My favorite song this week is High Hopes by Panic! At the Disco. I'm not a huge Panic! At the Disco fan. In fact, the only songs of theirs I listen to are the ones that usually make, like, the top 50. And are played on the radio. But this one was really good, because, like, if you listen to the actual lyrics, it's just him going, I've always had these high hopes, I'm gonna be the, like, the chorus is high hopes for a living, I was gonna be the one in a million. So it's like, it's just very much a, like, I've always believed that nothing will stop me, and I thought that was real cool.
Yeah, that song is definitely a bop. I have listened to a lot of Panic at the Disco because a lot of my friends listen to a lot of like 21 Pilots and Panic at the Disco and a bunch of what people consider emo bands like Fall Out Boy and
Bastille.
My Chemical Romance and stuff.
Yeah, Bastille isn't as
what?
Bastille isn't considered emo as much anymore though. Not since Pompeii.
I mean it could be. I've only heard one of Bastille's songs, and that was Happier, because you put it on as your favorite song a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I have been listening to that song, and I actually really like it, so...
Yeah,
Because I have to listen to all of the songs before we put them on our Spotify playlist, and the Spotify playlist will be linked in the description. But, yeah, I've noticed that a lot of your songs I have been listening to.
I have
because
good
I'm like, oh.
music-ish.
Yes, you do.
I don't remember where I was going with that sentence. I've been following Bastille for like a really long time, and by a really long time I mean like not that long, only like 3 or 4 years, I think.
That's still a long time.
I mean, like, it's a long time-ish. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that long, but in the span of my life, that's like almost a third of my life.
Yep.
But my best friend from my old town is actually the one that got me, like, obsessed with them. And then they came to my new town for a concert, like, it was either on her birthday or, like, the day before her birthday. And the lead singer, Dan, like, walked through the audience, and it was just open seating. Well, actually, it was just open standing. There were no seats. And he, like, walked right by us, and she got to, like, brush past his arm on her birthday. It was super cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It was, like, each concert that he does, like, as they get more popular, he has to have more security around him as he does that. Because he used to just, like, straight up jump off the stage and walk around and, like, give people hugs and stuff. But now he has, like, a little bit of... By a little bit, I mean, like, 6 or 7 security people around him, kind of clearing his path and making sure fans don't get too crazy. But, well, it's just, like, a really cool thing, and not many bands do that.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, I've never actually been to a concert, so...
You haven't? Sorry, I got distracted.
Mm-mm.
You've never been to a concert? The first concert I went to was Pentatonix for my birthday.
I have always wanted to see a concert, and especially Pentatonix, because let me tell you, they're pretty great. And also, we can transition to the YouTube trending now, because they just released their new Christmas album for this year.
They have, and you know, I used to be a huge Pentatonix fan, and then Avi left, their bassist, and it's just...
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been as into them. And I was having this discussion with my sister, actually, and it's like, they're still definitely really good. But
yes,
they're
also... like, amazing.
Yeah, but it's not quite the same. And I know that it'll never be the same, because they're replacing someone, you know? But... You know, it's just, I just can't get into them as easily.
Yeah. I remember the first time I heard them was when they were on the Sing Off, which is when they became popular. Because one of the daughters of somebody that went to my old church, was a contestant while they were on.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, it was really cool, and we were mainly watching for them, and then we started hearing Pentatonix, and then when they won and got the album record or whatever, I started listening to them, and they're really amazing, and if any of our listeners have never heard any Pentatonix, you should definitely check them out, particularly some of their older stuff, because, as Rachel said, they had a really good bassist, and by bassist we mean, like, singing bass because it's an a cappella band.
Can I
It's
just
a really
say,
good a cappella band.
they still have a really good bassist. It's just not the same. I liked their other
Yes.
bassist more. Just, I don't know. It's a loyalty thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. I remember the first time I heard them after after I had gotten into them in the in life, that I heard them was in my 6th grade music class, because we used to have specials, and that was PE, art, and music. And on our music week, we had my music teacher was playing some pentatonics, but she had us not watch the video, and she was like, "Okay, what instruments do you hear?"
Oh, that's so
And everybody
cool.
was like, "Oh, I hear some drums, I hear some whatever else there is." And then she showed us the video, and everybody was so shook, and it was hilarious because I knew what was going on that nobody else did.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious.
One of my favorites, so many people don't know this about me, but I was actually like the basketball manager, and I'm putting quotes around that, but like y'all can't see that, for my 7th and 8th grade basketball team, because I'm not an athletic person by any means, but, but I really enjoy watching basketball. Sorry, I am just brain words not functioning today. I really like watching basketball, so I did that for them. But one day on the way to a tournament that was like 2 hours away or something, which was like a really long drive for our small district. We all learned the like hand clappy motions to White Winter Hymnal, which is a Christmas song they have on, I think, their first Christmas album, their first or second, which was really cool.
I think I know which one that is, and that's one of my favorite songs that, since I listen to Christmas music year round, basically.
Same.
That I listen to a lot, but more so in the Christmas season, because whenever you play Christmas music in July, they're like, "Oh, why are you listening to Christmas music?" I'm like, "Leave me alone." But in December, it's more normal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I listen to most of my Christmas music, but I definitely listen to it year round a lot, and people are like, "You're so weird, why do you listen to Christmas music?" I'm like, "It's good music, leave me alone."
Yeah. I don't understand the hate around listening to Christmas music year round, because it's good and it's happy and it's uplifting.
Mhm. Okay, so we talked about pentatonic since they're trending on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing that I saw was trending on YouTube is Gabby Hanna, also known as The Gabby Show, put out a new single for it's kind of a spooky season song, but most of her songs are really emo. Because one of the things that she does, I've noticed because I've seen her songs on trending before, is she tells stories of what she's gone through her music, and it's like that's why a lot of people like it, I think.
Okay. I haven't listened to much of her music, or any of it, honestly, but I've heard that I should.
Yeah. It's worth a listen. I listened to it because I was looking through trending, and I knew she was putting out a single due to social media. She pops up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I've heard her music pop up on Spotify if I'm searching for songs for the week. Then I've heard all of her music. She only has, I think, 5 songs, but they're all really emotional and deep because she's gone through a lot in her life.
Yeah. I think, isn't there one that she uses as her end music?
The song that she most recently puts out, she puts as her ending music.
I've heard one, and I don't remember what it was. I kind of remember looking up the video after, and it was like she used like a black screen or something, and it was like a almost like a motion art or like a motion. What's that called? You know, when it's like stop motion. Stop motion.
Yes. I think that's her first song, which was Satellite.
Maybe. I honestly have no idea.
I don't either. But yeah, kind of going back to our conversation last episode about Markiplier and Jacksepticeye's new clothing brand, what do you think about like YouTubers branching out from their content that they create and making something new with it, like Gabby does with her story times and then changing it to music?
I'm 100% for it. I think it just shows like how hardworking YouTubers are and how much they like really do just want to find success in the YouTube industry. And I think the great thing about the YouTube industry is it's so just wide and broad and all encompassing that you can pretty much do anything and be successful in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I definitely do agree that it's great when YouTubers go out and they kind of find their own, not their own paths because they already found their paths, but they like branch out and do more than just what they had been doing, and they like kind of change up their channel. Like no matter how big or small the YouTuber, I think it's just kind of awesome. In line with YouTube, a lot of YouTubers use Twitter. So what's trending on Twitter, Katrina?
That segue.
It was real smooth.
Real smooth. So, what is trending on Twitter that I found that was absolutely adorable is a farm is putting together 31 days worth of puppy Halloween costumes.
Puppers?
And let me tell you, a lot of these costumes are so adorable because they're very, a lot of them are, just born puppies.
Oh, they're so cute.
And they are so precious, and we're definitely going to leave the link in the description, because a lot of this is just going to be our reactions to the puppies.
Oh my gosh,
but
they're salt and
we want
pepper
you to
ones.
experience them with us, so.
Yes, at this point in the podcast, please open back up to the screen, look at the description box, click on this link, and admire with us these puppies. I'm obsessed with the salt and pepper puppies.
Yes.
The Cookie Monster puppy, that's adorable.
There's bacon and eggs puppies!
Bacon and Eggs, a movie lovers podcast with new episodes every Thursday, available wherever you get your podcasts and now on Spotify. Those puppies?
Yes.
How cute!
I mean, I feel like that's what Tyler, one of the hosts of Bacon and Eggs, should dress his dogs up as.
Oh my gosh, he should.
But this episode's gonna come out 2 days before Halloween, so he's probably gonna.
Hey, that's plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Tyler, if you're listening, let us know if you dressed your dogs up like Bacon and Eggs.
Oh, salt and pepper shakers!
Are you just now seeing that one? It's so cute.
It's so cute!
Speaking of pupper costumes, let me just say I still have no idea what I'm dressing Skye up for Halloween as.
Do you mean Skye like Skye_the_pirate? Skye is SKYE?
That is exactly the Skye I mean. Because here's the thing, right? She's really, really adorable, but I'm just terrified any costume I put on her, she is going to eat. It's like I can't do anything that covers the front of her body at all. Can't do anything that covers the back of her body because then she could easily get it. But I think she would get annoyed by anything on her head. So she wears a harness, so she is kind of used to having something on her. But I think she would be very confused.
Yeah.
What do you think I should dress her as?
I don't know. I still don't know what I'm gonna be for Halloween or if I'm even gonna go trick-or-treating, but so.
Yeah, I am going over to a friend's house and we're gonna hand out candy on the night before before Christmas Eve. Skipped a few seasons there. On the night before Halloween Eve. Because that's where we do it, and that's how we do it in my Midwestern state. It's dumb, but we do it.
Mm-hmm.
and I have no idea what I'm wearing.
Exactly.
Sky might be coming because she has a dog and the dog is older. And so Sky, she would still get very wound up, but not quite as bad, and the older dog would keep her in check. I have no idea. I have no idea what I want to, like, I don't know what I want to wear. It's so hard to pick Halloween episodes to pick Halloween. I can't English at all. It is hard to pick a Halloween costume because there's so much writing on it because you never know, like, which fandom really you need to represent you this year, you know?
Exactly. And a lot of my fandoms, like TV shows that I watch, they have like people that dress casually, and if you one thing that my parents have taught me is that if you go trick-or-treating with something that's like a super casual costume, people are going to be like, "Oh, it's just a stupid teenager that's like trying to get candy."
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. So
they require that it has to like go all out in some way. But a lot of things that I watch, people dress casually, so that's why I have a hard time trying to decide what to wear.
Yeah, I agree. One thing you could do that I've seen like my friends do is there are some brands that have just like a person on the front of like next to the label, you know? You could dress up like that person and just hold that product. So there's someone that uses like the brawny paper towels, and he's just wearing like a flannel checkered shirt, like a red checkered, and is holding the paper towels.
Solid.
So like that's always a thought, but I agree, it's just overly difficult. So I've got some thought things for you.
All right, shoot. Don't actually.
I won't. So first, did you know that accidentally liking someone's post while snooping through their profile is like the digital equivalent of stepping on a twig while sneaking through a forest?
That's legit. Oh my gosh.
When you're sick, the advice you get is to literally do drugs and stay out of school.
Oof.
If you had an identical twin and they got plastic surgery, it would be hard not to feel a little insulted.
Oh my god.
I'm hitting you with some quality shower thoughts. 4 a.m. shower thoughts.
Quality.
Yeah, we have quality content here on Perspective Z.
Your favorite generational podcast.
With new episodes every Monday.
Available on Podbean and YouTube and Apple Podcasts, probably.
Yeah. Another 4 a.m. shower thought I've had is, oh, if you drive a new car, you are rich. If you drive an old car, you're poor. But if you drive a super old car, you're super rich.
I have a lot of, like, not necessarily shower thoughts, but, like, right before I go to sleep, I have, like, random thoughts. Like, if I'm just about to fall asleep before I take a nap, then, like, I have a thought, but then, or if I'm going to sleep, then I have, like, a startling revelation, like, right before I fall asleep, but most of the time I don't remember them. But when I do remember them, like, a lot of times I just grab my phone and tweet it really fast.
Yeah, that's definitely, a mood.
So, if you want to go see my, a lot of my, like, thoughts and wonderings during my teenage life, you can follow me on Twitter at Katrina_MCK_.
Yeah, and I'll leave all of our Twitters in the description, as well as Sky's Instagram, which is Sky_the_pirate. Sky is SKYE. Another shower thought I have for you is, imagine how rich you would have had to be 200 years ago to have music playing in the background while you cook dinner.
Wow.
Another one is, the movie industry considers you to be an adult when you're 17 to see an R-rated movie, but they conveniently lower that age to 13 when they're deciding who has to pay adult ticket prices.
Oof. One that I tweeted out, I think, this Thursday was, when people say, God bless America, does that mean that the entire country sneezed at the same time?
Yes, that's exactly what it means. Uh, Another good one is there's no physical evidence to say that today is Saturday. We just have to trust that someone has kept count since the first one ever. Which is a mood.
That's... I don't know how to react to that.
We have just literally trusted that someone has kept count. You know, I was thinking about that. Like, I thought about that a lot when I was younger. About how when I was reading Little House on the Prairie for the first time, but when I was younger, I thought about that a lot, that we just trusted someone to keep track, because, okay, so I was always confused by that when I was younger, because I read, like, the Little House on the Prairie books, and Ma and Pa always seemed to know when it was Christmas. They always seemed to know when it was Sunday. Like, they always knew these things, and I was like, you guys don't even have a calendar. How do you know these things? And, like,
I know. Like,
it astounds me. We've literally just trusted someone to keep count. And I'm sorry, but I don't trust the human race that much.
I don't trust myself that much. I don't trust anyone that much.
That's, like, so much trust that I just don't have. And I feel bad because, you know, I should trust people. I should be more trusting of people, but I just can't. It could be Thursday. It could be Monday. Oh my goodness, what if it was Monday? We really need to get this episode up then.
What if Mondays, like, when people are like, ugh, it's Monday, what if they're actually complaining about it being, like, some other day of the week?
Like Friday?
Like, they're like, ugh, it's Monday, but we just think it's Monday, but it's actually Friday because the person that was supposed to be keeping track of the days, like, screwed up.
Can you imagine if they just, like, had someone in a room and it's like, okay, what day is it today? And, like, they made that person keep track every day, and then they had to train up someone new. And the new person was like, really? All we have to do is just tell them what day it is? And it's like, yeah, that's all you have to do for your job. And then the new person was like, that's dumb, so he didn't take his training seriously, and so then he messed up, and it's really, like, not the day it is, and oh, my mind, it hurts.
That's what the FBI's keeping from us, y'all.
Who cares about...
The Illuminati.
Yes. There's also...
That's the job of the Illuminati.
I will trust the Illuminati with that, actually. Watching a graduation ceremony is like sitting through a movie that's entirely end credits. Have you ever been to a graduation ceremony? That's all it is. It's just straight reading of names for hours.
For hours and hours on my Lanta. But, I did go to a graduation ceremony of my cousin that lives in a smaller school district in our state, and their class was 16 people.
Wow.
It was a very short graduation ceremony.
Yeah, that's a very, very small... Do they all have one giant graduation party after?
No, actually.
Because, like, the common thing to do here is to do your graduation party with one or two other people. You either do one other person or three other people, so it's either 2 or 4. So if they were to each do 4, there would be literally 4 graduation parties to go to.
Yeah, and, like, what makes my mind hurt is that, like, all of these people, like, if it's a high school and each of their classes only has 16 people, then that's, like, 4 times 16 is what, I don't know, 64. Yes, no. So that's, like, 2 of our classes. Like, my classes have 30 people in them.
Yeah, mine have, like, 25 or something, but about that.
But their whole school is 64 people, which is 2 of my classes.
Yeah, that's nuts. Okay.
I'm shook.
So, like, I'm in the process of looking at schools, right? And it's hard for me because they're small. I can't, like, look at small universities because the size of a small university is the size of my high school. And that, to me, is just weird. Or like, there are places smaller than my high school. And I'm like, I don't want to go somewhere that's smaller than this high school. But then I realized for some people, there are literally no schools smaller than their high school. This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Katrina.
And that's been Rachel. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.